for the school. For the school prayer. Swati is a little busy, so I'll be doing the school prayer myself. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Now, as we know, this theosophical prayer is a very powerful reminder that we are a soul, that hidden light shining in every creature. And we're not this body. So we're not human beings, actually. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. That is something that we have to distinguish. So let us connect with that essence of spirituality that we are, that essence of the Paramatma that we are a part of some way, by calling upon our higher self, our inner guru, to guide us through this satsang and give us the best value, because that is very important in this particular day and age, especially since this spiritual seeking is not only for us, it is for the planet at large. It is for all the beings on Mother Earth at the moment, as we are going through the most rapid transformation ever seen in the history of humanity. Please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned and connect with our higher self, our inner guru. Take a nice deep breath. Let go. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Observe silence, that powerful energy, which is the language of the soul, and enter into that frame of being, which will now give us the best value on this beautiful satsang by Ramandiep Singh Ji. Which is about emotional independence. How to feel secure within yourself. Now, I think we all know about Ramandeep Singh Ji. I don't see anyone new here today. Jasmine Ji, Raman Ji. Right. So, since Ramandeep Ji has now joined us, I think we can go ahead without any additional introduction, since we've already had an introduction of his last week. He's basically a dedicated life and relationship coach, and he's drawn from various practices such as hypnotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, and career counseling. And he empowers individuals to strengthen their inner resilience, improve relationships, and move forward in life with clarity and purpose. So, without any more delay, over to you, Ramandeep Singh Ji. And welcome once again to the School of Ancient Wisdom Satsang. We really are looking forward to hearing your wisdom. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How is everything going on with you? All good, I wish.
Yes, all good from my end.
Yeah, so many things keep going on in our lives. we usually have that kind of, experience, I can say, where we feel that the challenges never get over.
Mhm.
Some way or other way, in different roles or different situations, the challenges are keep coming up.
Before you
So,
continue, Ramandeep ji, just a
yeah,
quickie. My battery is down to 1%. I just have to put it in for charging. I'm still outside. So in
sure.
case I disconnect, I'll be reconnecting again in a short while.
Okay,
Just to
okay.
let you all know. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Please go. Continue.
So, what I feel in this situation, I always feel like what best we can do. We have, uh, we have that question coming up in our mind. Why not the challenges get over? Why not it's getting over? Or maybe why it's happening with me? But if we take other side, we can take it that way. Why not I work on myself? I make that emotional strength within myself so that I can face, deal with these challenges with more awareness and strength. What best I can do for myself, how I can train myself. So rather going in that mode where I'm feeling that the things never gets over, the challenges never gets over, taking yourself to that mode where I work on myself, I work on my emotional resilience, I work on my emotional strength and see how I can deal with these challenges in a better way. We always have two options in our life, either to come on our knees, we we take that challenge and just surrender and accept that I cannot deal it with it, or we stood up and we start seeing the options how I can deal with this. In other words, we should be in that mode, in a fighter mode, I'll say. So that is what I had learned in my life. I had seen all through that the challenges never gets over. We every day in a different way, it keeps on coming. So when I was taking last session, it got over. So I was thinking, what, where we can take this conversation, we can take this sessions forward, where I can share my knowledge, share my experience with all you, so that that awareness, that strength can be created. Seeing that, we decided to for today's session, emotional independence. So if I say emotional independence, for me, what is emotional independence? I'll tell for myself. Like for me, emotional independence is a level of awareness where I am free to express, where I am free to take decisions of my life without having that feeling of judgment, without having the feeling what my loved ones, my society, my environment is thinking about myself. Emotional independence for me is to stick on my aim, to stick on what my life purpose is, to be more focused. For me, emotional independence is to be expressive, to be vocal about my emotions, to be respectful. Emotional independence for me is sitting alone in wherever I am, but not feeling lonely and enjoying my own company in fullest, loving myself, loving all the wisdom I have, loving all the ways I am dealing with my life, loving each and everything in and around me, loving nature, loving whatever I had been blessed in my life. Emotional independence for me is controlling my emotional, the way I express. I shouldn't be handing over my, I'll say that, remote control of my life to someone that he or she may decide what the way I will be reacting. Today I'll be sad or I'll be happy. Some other person shouldn't be deciding. I will decide for myself. That is emotional independence for me. I'll be mastering my emotions. I know how and when and which way to react in particular situation. That is what emotional independence is for me. Building inner strength and peace, that calmness. We usually feel only the Sant Mahatma or maybe that kind of people can master all these things. Yes, that's true. They definitely master these things, but anyone can master. Why not? Every day people wake up, they go for their physical activity, they go for yoga, go for gym, they go for running. How many people are dwelling in mastering their emotional health also to create that emotional strength also? You are physically very strong, very, very strong. But if you are emotionally weak, that physical strength is just zero for you, just waste for you. These two things go hand in hand. And as our structure is, as our society system is, we usually don't discuss on emotional subjects. We feel like anyone discussing on these topics or subjects, maybe he is going with something, he is maybe into some kind of stress depression, or maybe something is really wrong in his life, or maybe he is in a different sphere. That is what the judgment comes in when we are sitting in a group of people and we started to discuss these kind of topics. The reason is because since our childhood we are not being allowed to discuss this. The only thing we which were coming from our elders were that I need to be stronger, I need to be in a fighter spirit, but how to do that nobody tells us. Or maybe they will tell, okay, be in a revengeful mode, be in a mode where you can raise your tone and voice and you can suppress the person standing opposite to you. That is what we learn. And if you are calmer in from your inside, if you have that peace inside you, then you are not in a fighter mode and a fighter spirit. These things are absolutely like, I don't believe in all these things. We should be like, physically I know when to use my right hand, when to use my left hand. Physically I know it. Physically I know when to breathe in, when to breathe out. But why not emotionally? Why not I don't have that control on my emotional independence, emotional reactions? Because we have never discussed, we have never been taught, we have never been allowed to express all these things in our life. We don't have that structure and system. And there is so much judgment and so much sense like maybe this person is lost somewhere in his life, so that might be the reason he is, or maybe he's so-called, that Sant Mahatma type people, and only he can discuss and talk about this. So that is what the topic is for today. As I have shared my understanding about emotional independence, I would like to ask same to my friends over here in this session, how they feel about emotional independence. What's their learning? What's their experience about emotional independence? Please share, anyone. Anything. We are just here to teach each other. We are here just to discuss on these topics so that we can learn and we can grow in our life and we can spread the same knowledge and wisdom in our society with our loved ones and everyone. So please share your thoughts on this.
Mr. Singh, you've said it all, so I resonate with whatever you've said because that's exactly how it goes.
Anywhere, Jasmine, you had faced challenge emotionally where you've been not able to deal with this kind of
Yes, in the
situation.
past,
Yeah.
yes, Mr. Singh, I had.
Mhm.
But I did
So,
face a few challenges. But
okay.
what I mean, one has to accept it. It's very difficult in the beginning, but as time goes by, time they say is the greatest healer. So as time goes by, things heal. So it's like that.
I agree. I agree with you, Jasmine.
Yes, but
But the thing is, uh, time. I, I don't want to say that you are wrong. You are absolutely right. But the thing is, we have so many experiences in our life, and our body has that memory for all or anything that doesn't goes well in our body,
right, right.
right? So in a time we forget, but anything happens similar to that kind of experience, again your old memory will flare up, it will come up.
That is correct.
So we need to release that part of emotional experience whatever had happened, or we need to address that what was the situation, how it went. This is how our learnings are.
Hmm.
So must go to that particular memory, see how and what things were happened, who were the people who got involved, and what was my reaction. That's most important. What was my reaction? How I dealt with it.
Hmm.
That's most important. So you will learn maybe somewhere I was not in complete awareness or I was in complete awareness and I had actually dealt with that particular situation with strengthened awareness. Or if not, then I need to learn from that so that similar thing happen sometime in my life again. I should be in more awareness. I should be in more in more strength so that I can deal that situation in a better way. That is what we are, and we can tell in our family and all that this was what happened with me, and this was the way I deal with it,
It's
and built up my emotional strength.
mhm. Let the others speak, then I'll get back to you.
Sure, sure, sure.
Thanks.
So, anyone else wish to share any of their understanding about emotional independence?
Namaste.
Can also share. Yeah, yeah. Namaste.
Sorry. I feel emotional independence is mostly situation based sometimes because it happens like how you are actually like whether you're calm, whether you can focus, whether you can actually assimilate what exactly is happening. Based on that, your emotions are expressed. No, so it's situation based is what I think.
Right. That's right. So, I take an example. Start blaming on something. How usually we react? We come in a defensive mode. Are we good listeners? Do we listen to that context completely? Do we allow our family member to express that emotional situation completely, and then we process that thing? Yes, actually, what happened, and now my turn. Let me say what I want to say. It is definitely situational, but the thing is, if we need to learn how we can deal with some similar situations, or the situations which we might not have ever thought that this would come into my life. And one of the powerful key for any discussion is to be a good listener. The day you become a good listener, even you are sitting in a zone, sitting in a place where someone is blaming you or maybe offending you or maybe saying something against you, even though when you allow the person sitting in front of you to speak up, to say what you want to say completely, let you release it, then you process the things. Take a bit of time. It's just matter of few minutes, or I'll say seconds, when you process the entire conversation. And when out of awareness, you react to that person, telling him exactly. And another powerful key is to use the words the person is using against you in that conversation. If you use those particular words which the other person is using against you, then you are in the same pace of the communication with that person. Yes, you will say that the person sitting in front of me is blaming me, is offending me, maybe scolding me, saying something against me. How can I use the same? How I can pick those words and use with that person? This is possible. You just give a try, had a conversation with someone, and you will see when not be offended after that. Is a tool of communication to manage any conflict. We even need to match the tone. We need to match with the practice and awareness. And this very very powerful. But that this is most challenging, which comes to everyone's life, and sometimes it becomes so complex, it becomes so challenging. Yeah, I was saying. So going forward, uh, uh, have you
Ramandeep Singh ji, your voice is not audible. I think it is breaking. Is it only for me or everybody has the same
No,
issue?
no, yeah, I can't hear him either. It's very distorted.
Yeah, this is the challenge we are facing today.
Oh,
Oh
now
no,
you're clear, brother. Now you're clear,
Yeah,
Mr. Singh.
I just switched over to another net connection.
you just have to go back like some 1 minute.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I was saying that where were I last? Like I was speaking on the communication part, right?
Yes.
Yes. So at the end, I was saying that we can train our mind. We can do practice on this part. How I can match with the physical. Um, if you are dealing with someone, you are dealing with someone who is offending you, who is complaining with you, who is blaming you on something. So you need to match the words he or she is using with you. You need to match the tone. You first, as I told you, first you should be a very good listener. You should allow the person to say whatever he or she wants to say. Just allow them to release it completely. Now give a moment to that conversation. Take a small pause. When you take a small pause, both the conversations will settle down. You will have that moment when you will be processing the entire conversation. Now, out of awareness, you will express yourself. Then you need to match the tone. You need to match the words the opposite person is using with you, and even the physical reactions. This helps to resolve the problems if like any conversation where we are into argument, or we want to tell that person that whatever I am saying is right, or you need to listen to me. Because usually when these kind of conversations happen, the major part goes wrong is we come into the defensive mode, or maybe we come on an offensive mode. We don't match the communication or the conversation part, and we don't allow other person to say it completely. We stop in between and we start saying. And it happened with us also. When I am saying something, the opposite person maybe will stop me and will start saying his or her own side. So always try to give the conversation complete time, allow to express completely so that everything comes out. So this was I was saying in the last, and going forward, have you ever been in a situation where you feel that you are alone? There is no maybe a friend, or maybe someone who is really closer, who can understand me, my emotions, and the way I am feeling. I don't have that kind of relation or a person in my life who can understand me completely. Anyone had gone through any such situation?
Yes, Mr. Singh, I think it's a general thing. A lot of people feel the way you've just described. A lot of them.
Right. So in this situation, what should be done? Any ideas?
Read a lot of self-help books.
Mhm.
And all these messages that you get, some of them are really relevant to how you feel, and then try to imbibe whatever little you can out of everything that you've read and heard. And that's it, because one never knows who, except for one or two very close friends, you never know who to trust today. So the best thing to do is keep quiet and just resolve to become stronger by yourself, become very independent, even in your thinking, even in your behavior. Don't rely on anybody. Just be self sufficient in every way. including
True,
emotionally.
true, true. Very true. We should be self sufficient to manage emotional situations. That's very true. But Jasmine, I believe in addition to this, I need to say, I need to express when this kind of situation comes in you and you keep yourself quiet, the processing inside the body goes sometime it goes so deeper, it impacts or affects your body so deeply that that might go wrong in some other way. So first of all, primarily, we should check from where this emotion is coming up. Just check the emotion, name the emotion from where it is coming up. Once you're able to figure out from where this emotion coming up, it is not that presently something happened. Every emotion has some backgrounds. Might be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years old. So start digging out, start digging from where it is coming up. Find it. Remember that situation. And the powerful way, if you find no one is in and around you to listen, or maybe you don't find any reliable source where you can go and speak up, bring a notebook, start writing the situation. It's the one thing. Another thing is self reflection questions. You choose the topic, you find out what emotion is disturbing you. You can type on Google that I am going through this situation. I need help on finding some self reflection. You'll get a set of questions. Take those questions, start writing answers to those questions. You'll get many insights. You will find out, oh, it was so easy, maybe it was not that, but somewhere I had created that impression that it is something very huge because our body relaxes when we get answers, then when we get the solutions, when we have that resolutions with us, it relaxes. You'll find this is a very powerful technique, I'll say. Journaling, start writing whatever you are going through, and start searching about self reflection questions for every particular emotional situation. Self reflection questions are available, and that will help you to sort out the things. So this way, that loneliness, that situation can be resolved. I hope this will help everyone.
Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Singh. Thank you.
yeah, most welcome. So going forward, we always have that level of thinking that I should go to that space where I don't have any kind of judgment. There should be no comparison or pressure to perform, pressure to express, and all I need is just awareness. That is a kind of thing I try to find out in my environment, which we usually don't get because this is a part of our maybe psychology or behavior, that we have that set of behavior where we start comparing, we quickly compare the things around us. We have that sense of judgment which comes around each and every time whatever we see, either it is a living or a non-living material, whatever the thing is. So the safe space we can create for ourselves is our enjoying our own company. And as you mentioned earlier that there are self-help books, yes, self-help books always helps. But you know, when we read some book, we have some insights coming up. Sometimes even we relate to books so deeply that, oh, it is just my story. Or maybe it was the thing I was looking for. I got so many answers. But once that The book is finished, 1 day, 2 day, or maybe a week after, you will start forgetting about that book. All the solutions, all the answers you got from that book, you start forgetting. Though the impact that book had created now just getting faded away. That impact no longer is there. After some time, it happens. Usually it happens. So what can be the trick to keep that pace going on with yourself? The one technique is, maybe I had shared in previous section, always and always have some uh, target or some purpose or some aim. Say for example, today is 2nd April 2026, and I'm going through some maybe a health issue, just for example. So I'll write 2nd April 2026. I am facing a health issue. Maybe that's not like being lazy or facing anything which is like disturbing my anything. So 2nd April 2027, where I will be. We have a starting point, we have an ending point. In between is a timeline. Create that roadmap for yourself. Once you had created that sheet, take a A4 side sheet, paste it somewhere where you can see every day. And then you have that sense, you will create that awareness. You had already created that awareness that I am here and I want to be there. This is all about self awareness, self improvement, self growth, improving yourself on any part which you are struggling. Or maybe you have 2, 3 targets. I want to be more stronger on emotional part. I want to be stronger on physical part. I want to get rid of few medicines. I want to get rid of stress. Whatever thing is coming up, you can create that sheet. And then you see every day that awareness will keep, will get that recharges. Keep tracking how much I am progressing. If I am not progressing, what is stopping me? What is happening inside me? Whom should I contact? Maybe I can contact someone from School of Wisdom, someone like a trusted friend, or maybe anyone who can help me. Maybe I can go to a YouTube, find some video. Keep doing something. Keep doing something for your own self growth, from your for your own self awareness, for your own, you know, inner strength. That helps. We all need that motivation for ourselves. We all need every day. We need that something new should happen. Something new that keeps on charging effect in our body. That is how we create that inner awareness. I'm sure this will help. And when we feel lonely, what things comes? The things that comes into my mind is, maybe I don't have that kind of friends, or maybe someone from family is not trusting me, or maybe I am not able to trust, or maybe so many things comes up. But the truth is I am disconnected from myself. I am not focused on my life growth. I am not contributing on my own upskilling, not contributing on my health part, not contributing on my spiritual part. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Where am I today? I want to be on 10, but I am on 3. What can be done from 3 to 10? That journey. This is all self reflection. Keep asking yourself and always avoid using why. You can use, but avoid why. Because why gives us that sense of, thing. It takes us to that side where we start blaming. why it happened with me. So why is some that word that takes us to the blaming side instead of why I can use how it happened with me. Maybe I can use what happened with me. Who was the people responsible? What was the situations? Only changing one word, change your thoughts, change your neurons, change your effects. So the more you ask, the more you grow, the more you have the answers, the more you learn, and the more you learn, the more awareness gets higher. And as I mentioned earlier, my emotional state shouldn't be depending on someone else. He or she shouldn't be deciding that I'll be smiling, I'll be in a stress mode, or I'll be whatever I'm doing. I should decide for myself. And that comes only when I have that awareness. I know that from my side, I am emotional, stronger enough. I am in a right awareness, and I know from which space to react to that kind of situation. In entire 24 hours, if you calculate the minutes you have, how much minutes you have in entire 24 hours. So if you give only 60 minutes to this activity every day, set the time, I can promise you, my friends, life will change forever. Your reactions, the way you see yourself and the way you see your life, the way you see the time to come up, it will change everything by devoting only 60 minutes to this activity. Or even lesser will do, but must do it. So there are always signs which we usually ignore. I'll say we ignore and we don't find out that actually the things are not in getting in favor of the way I am. The f- which is like one of the biggest sign is overthinking. One particular topic, one particular subject, one particular conversation, one particular challenge. Overthinking. We keep on thinking and thinking, and the you know if you check on Google, how many thoughts one process in entire 24 hours, there are some like, I think there are 40, 50 thousands of thoughts which we process in our entire day. Some get noticed and some get unnoticed, but the mind keeps on working, mind keeps on working. But if we are in awareness, if we are constantly have that timeline, we have, I say, for example, today 6:30 was a session. I had in my mind 6:30 is my session. My mind, my body is already getting aligned to that. When we don't have that timeline with us, what happens? Mind is wandering. So as I mentioned earlier, that if you had that timeline, today 2nd April 2026, where am I? Where I want to be by 2nd April 2027. And I'm every day contributing my 30 to 60 minutes towards that journey, my mind will stop overthinking, and my mind will be focused on that journey. And so many insights, so many ideas will be keep popping up in your mind, and you will see, yes, I'm growing. I'm like the happiness will come within. So as I was saying, every emotion has a root cause because we were never taught to sit with emotions. We always avoid emotional conversations because that gives us so much stress, that gives us sadness. That is how the emotional conversations happens in the family. We avoid, we keep ourselves quiet, we suppress, we keep the lid closed. I don't want the smell to come up. Let The garbage should stay inside. So will that solve the problems? We need to remove that lid. We need to clean it. When we are sitting in such conversation where we are discussing about emotions or emotional situations, it should be converted into a conversation, not argument, where the idea, where the outcome of that conversation should be a kind of teaching, a kind of learning, not a win-win game situation. I want to win in this conversation. I want to win in this discussion. I want to win in this argument. No, it should be somewhat I had felt, express yourself that I had felt. My emotional expression is like that. What about you? Let's discuss. Or maybe I am wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm so sorry for that. Tell me what ways I can improve. Maybe I can or maybe I cannot right now, but I will definitely work on this. Acceptance is a acceptance. I'd say is one of the most like tool for our own growth. When you accept your own faults and own shortcomings, that is how we should take that emotional conversation in our family, especially. Reframe your thoughts. Anything which is not possible for you, anything which comes to your mind, keep a notebook always with you that I cannot do this. Any negative thought which comes into your mind, this is a technique that write it down and then reframe it. Yes, I can do that. Once you had a negative thought, convert into a positive thought, like as I was mentioning, that I'm lonely, I'm alone, there is no beside me, there is no one to listen. So that is a negative thought. How I can reframe it? What if I can be there for myself? This one line, this one question, asking yourself will change the entire emotional state. What if I can be there for myself? Yes, I can be there for myself. Why not? If I am not there for myself, how can I expect my environment to be there for my? First, I need to accept myself. If I am not accepting myself, I cannot have that thought that everyone should accept me. So reframing always helps. That is how affirmations work. You need to give message to your body. Yes, I am there for myself and I am stronger. I'll deal with this. And our body will get charged. This is how we all, when the child is crying, we hold up the child and we bring child to closer and we start patting the child on the back and the child gets calmer. This is how our body is trained. We need that thing. We need that patting. And this is the time we can pat ourselves. Yes, I can be there for myself and no one can stop me for that. If the if the one person who is stopping is me only, no one else. So as I mentioned, the self-reflection questions, always reframing your thoughts. In another question I'll mention here, what I expect from others. What are my expectations? If you guys are writing this can be another powerful question. What I expect from others, and is that expectation is realistic, and I am giving that also. I'm expecting, but am I giving that? And is that expectation is realistic? And what expectation I am expect from others, can I give it to myself? And if yes, how? How can I give myself? What are the key points? Find out the ways. See how you can give that you to yourself. And then you can write, yes, I can support myself emotionally. I have that inner wisdom. I had that inner strength, and I can do that by bringing all the small changes in my life, contributing only 30, 60 minutes of my entire day, giving myself that target. Where am I? Where I want to be? Shifting my focus from present to that time to come by reframing my thoughts, by asking yourself questions, removing why from my life. I'm sure all these things definitely going to help you if you even do it once or maybe twice a week, but keep doing it. Start connecting with yourself. Giving that time for yourself will always help you. It will take your mind and emotion and your physical body to get connected with yourself. Whenever you feel low, whenever there is a stress, whenever there are situations which you are not able to manage, always keep hand on your heart and start breathing and breathing out. I'm here for myself. Give that affirmation. Affirmations are very powerful, very, very powerful. We need that message. We whatever we do, we always wait for the appreciation coming from my society or my maybe my from my family, but start doing that, giving that appreciation to yourself. And that is what affirmation is. I'm here for myself. Start doing this anytime you feel low, and release all those thoughts which are disturbing you by breathing out. Release that immediately. After you follow this practice, you can again ask yourself what I am feeling right now, what I am feeling right now. The purpose of this entire conversation and this session is raising your awareness, bringing out your inner wisdom or your inner strength to deal with the situations where you feel that I am lonely. My emotional dependency is not outside. I should be dependent on myself. The dependency, I need to walk, I need to talk, I need to do whatever the things I'm doing. I am dependent on myself. I am not dependent on someone else. Similarly, the dependency of the emotional independence should also come within me. That is the entire purpose. And I should feel like at the end of the day, you can ask what I am feeling right now and what's happening, what's not. You know, uh, Usually we have that sense when the things are not going by my way, we feel low. But start why it is not happening my way. Here I use why. Why it is not happening according to my way. What actually happened? Who are the people responsible? Maybe I am coming from that side which where I had some kind of experiences which were not good in my life, which have given me something really stressful situations. So we need to find out the things. And the best person to guide you on this is yourself. You have all that I'll say facilities and techniques. Those are already within you. And we need to understand our emotions. We need not to fix it. We need to understand it. Fixing will not resolve. We need to understand, because when you understand your emotions, from where it is coming, why it's happening, then you will able to manage the things. When we start fixing it up and we are not able to fix it up, then we get low. So sit with your emotions, try to go deeper, find out the ways, find out by writing self-reflection questions, asking yourself, and then you'll these things will help you to eliminate all those disturbances within yourself. So as I was telling you, that affirmations are stronger and very powerful way to to charge your body. So you can always say to yourself that I am safe, I am enough, I am stronger. We all choose our affirmation by default. So find out all those affirmations which keeps you charging, which keeps you uh, helps you to grow more stronger. And reframing, as I mentioned, reframing, always you can reframe your thoughts. So every day, commit to yourself that I'll be contributing in entire 24 hours. I will give at least 30 minutes to my emotional resilience, to my emotional strength, to make myself a better version, to have that happiness in my life. And we all deserve that, to be happy, to stay happy in whatever situations we are going through. We have that inner strength in self. The only thing is we are not getting in touch with within. We are just looking outside. We are not closing our eyes and we are not going inner. We are just a wide eyes wide open, and we are seeing and we are finding out, trying to find out who can help me. the the best person who can help you is you only. The only thing is we need to learn all these things. We need to apply all these things. The only thing is we need to be a consistent view. The only thing is we need to make that timeline. So we are just at the closing of the session. uh, so I can say that just say to yourself that you are not alone. You are capable and you are enough. All these affirmations always helps. Choose your affirmations and keep on saying to yourself. This will change the entire thought process. That's from my side till now. I
Thank
want
you.
to listen to my friends over here.
Thank you, Ramandeep ji. That was very nice. It was definitely
Thank you so much.
practical and empowering. So I think
Ramesh, I'm not been able to listen to you. Sorry, your voice got stuck.
oh, sorry. Am I audible now?
Yes, not again. Everyone is going through the same, like you're not able to listen to Ramesh, or only
Yes,
I am
yes,
the.
Mr. Singh. No, no, no. We are not able to listen to Ramesh.
Okay, okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
sorry. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible now, but the moment you say that, we again
Yeah.
stop hearing you.
Yeah, no, I have the. I think I have a small problem with my audio.
Now we can hear you.
Mhm. Anyone wants to share the takeaway from today's session?
Yes, Mr. Ramandeep ji. This was a fantastic session. The 1 hour thing to ground yourself is the best way I feel. But only thing, even this Brahma Kumaris, they say just 1 minute each hour. That also helps a lot, you know. Just ground yourself, just see where it is going, where your emotions are going, think about it and all. Me being a mental health profession, I have the great challenge of all depression and anxiety people coming and talking about their emotions, but we cannot tell them to find out this. But I usually say whys and hows, you know, why it is happening is just that basic question you find out is what I ask. And I'm really happy you put it in a beautiful way. Thank you for this session. Namaste.
Thank you so much for your feedback. Uh,
Also in the
you
chat,
understand very well. Yeah, yeah. Just a moment, Ramesh. Our body is, uh, I'll say, we train ourselves with everyday activity. Whatever we are doing since we wake up in the morning, we have that a tone or pace set up. We wake up, we go to washroom, we get freshen up, we have a glass of water, whatever activities, we had a cup of coffee. These are so trained that if
Precondition.
one day we don't go about the that pace of my everyday schedule, you see there will be some disturbance. I feel something is missing up. So when you set time for any activity, your mind gets trained to that thing. So that's the reason we give that particular, okay, this is the time for that activity. I must sit, and that is how our subconscious mind get trained, and we get so habitual that I'll be missing that part if I am not doing it. Yes, the people who are coming with depression and anxiety issues, we usually they are not receptive. They are into their own zone, and some people are onto high medications. They are not into that zone where we can tell them to do all these activities and bring some changes. The way we counsel them, again, my approach is to dig more and more with my client, and to find out from where it is coming up. Once we are able to discover the root cause, and the client sitting in front of you also connect to that, th- that's the point where I'll say the breaking point. And it always helps.
so
So
basically what you
I always says that whatever activity you set for yourself, the time should set up. And another thing is, sometimes we have overthinking issues. We keep on overthinking about any particular subject, or maybe sometimes we don't have any topic to even think. Even then, the overthinking is there. Then break that daily schedule of yourself. Start doing the things for which you are wired. You need to unwire that. Start doing those things. The first thing which you are doing when you woke up is having a glass of water. Change that pattern. Do something else. If you are reading newspaper, break that thing. When you start doing unwiring of your daily schedule, that also helps to learn and unlearn the things, because we have learned all this life through some particular things about ourselves and how to deal the things. But when we need to learn new things, it's very difficult. It's really very difficult. But the first thing is, we need to unlearn that. And to unlearn that, we need to unwire ourselves. To unwire ourselves is to break the daily schedule which you are following. If you are going to shower and you are taking that shower in particular way you are doing since last so many years, you need to change that way. These are small steps to unwire yourself, but actually these all these things helps a lot. Yes, Ramesh, please.
yeah, so basically what you're saying is when you help your people who come to you, um, you listen to them, you provide a space, but you provide a space with a certain listening yourself. That means you provide a space of compassion, you provide a space of transformation, even if it's quietly provided, and that can make an impact on the person who's opening up, isn't it?
Yeah. We need to give that space of a safe space. I'll say safe in terms of emotional space. safe. Like the person should not feel like I'm judging that person and I'm giving that feedback to that person. Oh, how it is. Like I had an experience with a person who was homosexual, and he came to me, and he was going through something, and but he was not able to express, and he later on he told me, sir, might you might be judging me, I'm going through this situation. It's absolutely fine. Whatever, like we need to give that that environment by not judging, by
Right.
uh, by a patient listener. Like,
Right.
let the clients start saying what the person wants to say. Yes. Yes. Anyone else?
Because people have
Any?
no time.
Okay, Ramesh, we lost your voice. I thought that you're not sharing something.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I was just reading something from the chat by
Mhm.
Abanji. We
Mhm.
must learn to enjoy our own company if the situation demands, because people have no time to listen to others' problems. So that's what she had mentioned on
Perfect.
enjoying.
Brother Ramesh, sorry, may I interrupt for a minute?
Please do.
Aban Patel belongs to our Theosophical Society, Blavatsky Lodge in Bombay, and
Ah,
she is one of the best speakers that we've ever had. She's the
oh,
one who teaches us. You know, she's our teacher, and she's one of the best. So we actually revere her.
very nice.
Yes. Aban, are you still there?
She's not there at the moment,
Oh,
as
she's
far as
not
I
there.
can.
Okay, yeah, but she's... And Mr. Singh, thank you so much. Thank you
Thank,
very much.
thank you for listening to me for this last 1 hour.
No, but it's been
I'm
very,
sure
very nice.
all these things will definitely going to help you.
Yes, it will
Oh,
for sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, I would like to ask any like takeaway from today's session, Jasmine. Anyone
Takeaway from
else?
today's session is see, whatever you hear, you're not going to remember everything at one time. But when push comes to shove, you're going to know that this is what you have to do. So, in today's session, yes, I'm going to follow whatever you've told me to do, and I'll feel better.
Uh,
Thank you.
I'll say that's the biggest roadblock when we work on ourselves. That whenever we discuss or we listen to these kind of conversations, immediately we had that sense, okay, I'll start working on that from right now. Actually, you start working on that right now. Actually, if you set a target in this conversation only,
Yes.
as I was saying that on 2nd April 2027, where you will be, if you do that right now in the session only, tomorrow morning you will have that connection. Yes, I had a set of target for myself.
Yes, Mr. Singh. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
most welcome. Thank you.
Anybody else has anything to say on their takeaway? Because I wanted to also share my takeaway. But before I do, if anybody else has a takeaway to share, that'll be good. Good for you and good for all of us also. Uh,
Learn to learn is the first thing,
what
because
was
we are
that?
so impatient, we forget to like learn whatever the
Um,
thing is there. And learn new things is also one more. And then spend time with yourself. Those are the main takeaways I feel, which I will be taking it away. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Ram. What about not Jasmine? I forgot Zoom user. Uh, I forgot her name. Anyway, yeah, my takeaway was, when you said I remembered in Brahmakumaris we have something called traffic control, the traffic in your mind, because normally they say people have a minimum of 60,000 thoughts per day. Some of them, especially the ones who are more connected to media, probably have more. And many of these thoughts may not even be ours. They might be thoughts we pick up from the ether, you know. So every hour, just to pause and to reflect. Sometimes just like in Brahmakumaris, they say focus on that Atma Bindu, Brahma Baba, or Shiva Baba, sorry, a little point of light. So it could be any technique, but even stopping for a moment, like what we do in the beginning of the satsang and the ending, where we sit straight with the back, neck, and head aligned and observe the silence. I found that is extremely powerful. It can be done anywhere, even in the train, in a busy bus, on the roadside. It could be done anywhere. That is what I became present to when Ramandeep Singh ji was sharing. Because just by pausing, it might look like we are slowing down, yes, but we are also gathering our spiritual energies that can guide our material activities and make us a lot more efficient. So throughout the day, whenever we get the time, if not once in an hour, or if not for a whole hour, that may be too much of a challenge for many of us. But just for a minute or two, if we can do this whenever possible, it's worth its weight, more than its weight in gold. I think that's my takeaway.
Thank you so much for your sharing.
I think we should all really
We've lost you again, Brother Ramesh.
challenges could be a trigger. Sometimes even an argument, if it is cropping up with somebody, could be a trigger. But if you just remember, let the trigger remind you to just step back. I think we should practice this week and come back next week and share it. That would be very powerful if each one of us
Certainly.
practiced. Yeah. Then
Yes.
it'll really be like a spirituality in action, and that's what Mamanise would say always: become a better person. So if we just take up this one exercise and come back next week and share each person personally, that will make it a lot more internalized. That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Rightly said.
So now we come to the end of our satsang. If anybody else has any more questions or any other experience to share, please do so now.
Just one thought. Whatever you said is so true. Then we can also know where we are. Like in the journey of knowing ourselves.
So, yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you
your
for
sharing.
participating. I'm so happy Ramamani ji is more participating more nowadays. Earlier, she used to be so quiet. So I wish all of us participate more and bring ourselves to the table, because I think we each will complete each other. In fact, I remember earlier we would say that people come to this. Mamanise would say, I must share something. Many of the satsangis who came to the School of Ancient Wisdom earlier came completely by chance. There was no advertisement, and some people would literally be driving past and they would feel like stopping and exploring what's behind those beautiful tall gates, those iron gates. And that's how we came together. And they would say, and all of us would feel so close to one another, we would say we are like a family. And when such personal sharing happens, that is when you bring your life to the table and we support each other to resolve. And that, I think, can come with this kind of participation. We should bring our friends along, and we should encourage each and every one of us to participate like this. That would be wonderful. So on that note, I would like to, on behalf of the School of Ancient Wisdom, deeply thank Ramandeep Singh ji, because it's not just one satsang he's been kind enough to take us through, but a series. And I do hope we get to hear more of his wisdom in the weeks to come. So thank you so much, Ramandeep Singh ji. And it will be nice if we can have a workshop or on a weekend, we could work it out. And all of us join at the school and meet each other in person. It will be so nice. On that note of gratitude, let us all sit straight with the back, neck, and head aligned for our own traffic control. Something that is, which you can evaluate yourself, how these collective prayers work, or just think of their name. And in my case, I will bring to the table my almost completed house and our funding situation, that let it all work out easily and smoothly to our complete trupti and satisfaction, and also pay back the loans in a smooth, easy manner. So that is my current sankalpa. Let us sit straight with the back, neck, and head aligned. Take a nice deep breath and let go. For the Loka Samasta, also send out prayers of peace and wisdom. May truth and love prevail worldwide. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Enjoy that moment of silence, the language of the soul that connects all of us. Once again, thank you so much, Ramandeep ji. Hope to see you again.
Thank
Thank
you. I'm blessed to be part of this
Thank you,
session and
Mr. Singh.
conversation.
Very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
thank
Lisa.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Nice.
Brother
Until next,
Ramesh. Thank you,
thank
Swati.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Till next week, same time, same place. God bless.